Chag Kasher v'Sameach. Happy Passover to everyone. I'm sitting in the art site room here at Temple Emanuel. And it's a very important and meaningful place to sit during the festival of Passover. Many began our Seders speaking of freedom. Freedom in this country, freedom to live as we want to live, freedom to be Jews the way that we know how. But we know that we all began Passover on a somber note. We all paid attention to what happened in Kansas City this week at the JCC, where there was a shooting, ironically not of necessarily Jews, but there was a shooting at the JCC. And it paralyzed all of us as we prepared to celebrate our freedom, particularly those American Jews who were celebrating Passover. The sense of Passover reminds us there will always be people who will rise up and want to hurt us, to want to kill us. And yet, what is the beauty of Judaism is our resilience and our sense that we can always survive no matter what's happening. And on this Passover, as we ate our matzah, and some of us too much matzah, our brisket, and our gefilte fish, and as we hid the afikomen, we are reminded about that freedom. And that freedom is never free. I work out at the JCC, and my wife does as well, and so many others here in this community. And to know that somebody filled with hatred, who in the video, when he was captured, shouted "Hail Hitler," to know that that could have been our JCC. And we've been told by our JCC here that they've done much to make sure that security is in place to make sure everybody's safe. But it still gives us that uneasy feeling on this Passover. So what do we learn from this as a community? We learn that freedom is precious. We learn that we have to work towards freedom wherever it happens to be, particularly in our own community. And even more so, we need to take pride in what our Judaism teaches us. The Chol dor v'dor, from one generation to the next, as our Passover Haggadah reads. We pass down the values and the traditions and the rituals that our generations of our people have celebrated. And it's important to take pride in our Judaism and our Jewish identity, to be involved, to volunteer, to make a difference, and to engage in gemilut chasadim, acts of love and kindness, in making a difference. In that way, we ensure the continuity of the Jewish people and the vibrancy of our community. It's not enough to simply survive. We must thrive as well. So with that, we have much going on this Shabbat, on this weekend into next week. We celebrate Shabbat with our Tat Shabbat group at 6 p.m., followed by a Passover-friendly 6:30 dinner and an 8 o'clock service. Shabbat service where we bring in Shabbat. Thank God for all we have, especially that freedom, as we will pause to remember those victims who have been killed in years past, in our history, our martyrs of our people. And we also welcome our new members who are here in this community to help us continue the beauty and the tradition that Temple Emanuel happens to be, as well as anniversary blessings. So come, we have much to celebrate. And on Monday night, these are one of 4 times of the year that we have Yizkor services, as we remember those that we love on Sukkot, on Passover, and Shavuot, as well as Yom Kippur. So our Yizkor service begins on Monday night at 7 p.m., as we remember our loved ones, not only that we've recently lost, but have died in seasons past. Come and join us as we celebrate the vibrancy and the continuity of the Jewish community here at Temple Emanuel. Chag Kasher v'Sameach. Happy Passover.